quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
All game long.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And taking it across midfield and just showing the 40. They'll pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And boy, show how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 4-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and goal.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year. You guys had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
At the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off play action. Hendricks. swallow up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hendricks. Now we'll tuck this and run. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
At the 13-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Operating from the gun. Hendricks. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Touchdown.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their
The
own.
kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Oilers offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point of the season. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
First down.
Second down and 3.
Complete to number 17. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 34-yard.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 3. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a third and 3.
Complete to number 7. That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
Here's a give up the middle. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On second down, they'll run it here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Down and 9.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, a heck of a move. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
It's a
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. It's a 12-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seahawks offense led by their wide receiver headed out for their 2nd possession. And as we hit the home stretch here, you can see he leads all NFL wideouts in touchdown grabs this season. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Down to the sideline, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now out comes Houston. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 5. This one caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out. And the Oilers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, the touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Out
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Seahawks take
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hendricks. He finds his man complete. It's Aguilar. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone. 1st down.
17 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Hendricks. Well, he's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
To number 21.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of
They'll drop the throw.
Brings up 2nd and
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
First and 10 at the 30.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Now he's just going to get rid of this thing. So no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Brings up third down and
back to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And I feel like my man, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other side.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
You have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Brings up second and 3 at the 43-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holly. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Hendricks. Throw left side complete. That's Gomez. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Off the bootleg. Hendricks. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now a give, right side. Holly. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the gun on third down, Hendricks. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Won't have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half. They're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were in this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
So a change of possession here on the line. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 68 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2nd down and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Powering forward. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead.
Makes the score Oilers
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Number 83. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Hendricks. Now he's going to step up and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, Holly. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On the deep ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On fourth down, here's the option. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
A gain of
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hendricks. He finds his man, complete. It's Aguilar. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hendricks. And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seattle.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal, Seattle.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Number 88.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Second and goal.
Off the play fake. Hendricks. Touchdown.
Hendricks' pass complete
A
to number
9-yard
86.
touchdown grab.
Seattle.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
21.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Their own team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down.
Number 30. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Hendricks. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Hendricks. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Aguilar.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seahawks.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his
his man on the outside.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Holly. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
Looking to throw. Hendricks.
He's got his target. That's complete.
13 yards.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run on first down. Holland. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Back to throw. Hendricks. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
26-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for Houston, the win moves them to